Hello. I'm actually not ready at all. So give me a second. I was like debating, like, what do I want to play? What do I want to play? Guess what? I didn't know for the longest time. Oh shit! I did like a thing today because my cables were bothering me, and now I'm actually suffering the consequences. uh, like I used some cable ties, quote unquote cable ties, like these. What's the English term? Fuck. Why can't I remember? I had a shitty tie to shoes with as well. There we go. Oh, 38. There we go. There we go. Let's go over here. Hello. Oh, fuck. Yeah, maybe I should have, set this up before everything. But I was like, I have to. I started the intro, and I was like, oh fuck, I have to actually take a piss. I have to take a piece. Silly little piece. There we go. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, today I'm gonna play a little bit of Neo Classic. I was like, why did the USB hub fall down? Of course, because my cat sat on top of the PC. How else could it be? There's actually one thing I have to do. Still. Because of course I have. That is setting up the chat for YouTube. There we go. Almost. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, today is a little bit on the unprepared side as always. I mean, classic Yaku. Let's be honest here. It wouldn't be a Yaku stream if not for something like that. And Neo, there we go. There we go. Let me hope it works out of the box. So yeah, I'm still very bothered about Code Vein. I have to say, bothered. I mean, it's just this. I said this like a patch, or a patch, just like a config file you can install, and it is quite decent actually. It brings the frame. Yo, Dapix, how are you doing? It brings the frames from like 15 to 30, which I had before, to like 20 to 60, right? So it makes it way more playable, but more playable is still not acceptable to me. If you know what I mean. So yeah. I did. The thing is, I didn't buy it through Steam. I thought I was gonna be, smart, and bought it on the key side for $20 less, mind you, because that's how regional conversion works. They really fuck us over here in Switzerland. We have some of the highest prices on Steam, if I remember correctly. I think we are like 40% over US price, or 140% of the US price actually, which is quite kinda, it doesn't feel good. Let me say that much. And it feels so freeing. I can imagine that. Like I don't hate my I hate my phone to some degree. Of course, I hate phones just in general. Actually, I need to. I was just test playing a little bit, so I'm inside of a mission. This is like a double boss fight against one of the more annoying bosses, so I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, PCs are just great. You always have the console people saying, "Oh yeah, console is so easy and whatnot. I'm like, you know, PCs are just, as you said, freeing. You can do so much with them. It's always great. There we go. So let's enter the Siege of Osaka summer. So I can start this mission. I don't know how much I can do today. I already saw this last time. Skip. Ah. This is one of these games where select opens the menu, which is very strange. A very strange binding. So I changed that. But of course, you can't just say, hey, open the menu with start. And the rest keep the same. No, it's changed everything. In this battle, Toyotomi army numbers. Yeah. I don't hate flavor text like that, but I also don't bother to read them. Now, this is the last DLC. If I remember correctly, it's 3 missions with some of the most annoying bosses. So I don't even know how far I'll get. Maybe I'm going to be stuck with the first mission here. I did do some upgrading, by the way, since last time. I'm now wearing 2 pieces of a set. And my sword is on +6, I think? Yeah, +6. 1.2k. So that's like a good 2k more than I did last time. But yeah. Regarding PC, one of the streams I'm like working on, I made some progress. I'm only really missing, so to say, just piece de resistance, or how you say, and maybe a power supply, a second one, since the one I currently have might be too weak. But other than that, I have almost pretty much everything ready for my revisiting my very first gaming PC ever stream. I think that's gonna be cool. Just seeing if we can get anywhere with that. Spoiler. I did test just a little bit. And it could be pretty bad, all things considered. But also surprising, maybe. There's one thing I was very surprised about, at least. And that was Silksong. Because that game did not run at all. But yeah, the thing is, like, I'm like trying to find like a GPU that's like somewhat modern. I do have a CPU that's basically the highest one I can get without spending an assload of money. Because that's like one of the things, it's like I don't want to swap out the motherboard. At that point you can just say, oh yeah, you know, just fully upgrade the entire thing at all. Sekome! Yeah, something the DLCs really did, by the way, which I hate, is this stuff. They just constantly have shit being thrown at you at any given time. There was like one mission where just arrows are raining down on you. And it's more annoying than anything, really. Huh? Ah. That was a big fuck off hole. I see. At least they give you... hello there. Fuck. This dude is already wild. Let me actually start the vertical stream. Almost forgot about that, as I always do. I'm not too convinced about vertical streaming anymore, I have to say. Have taken it a bit into consideration, certain things. I've been looking. The best I found, which is within the budget I've set myself, is... Let's see. The best I found is maybe a 1080. Not a Ti, just a regular 1080. Or like a RX 5600 XT. But probably more something in the lines of... let me I noted it down, actually. I'm trying to go AMD for the Linux boost, right? So the ones I have like currently noted down are 1070, 5600, 1660, RX 580, 1080, and the one that I'm actually kind of looking at, and I hope the guy I wrote to responds, is the Vega cards. The Radeon Vega, the 64, the 56. The only problem with them is they're actually quite power hungry, which is why I do need a better power supply. But other than that, those are like the 1080 equivalent and 1070 of AMD. They are actually surprisingly cheap. Yo, Ike, how's it going? On this nice Friday evening, or whatever time it is where you are right now. Maybe it's, you know, already Saturday. Or maybe Thursday. Still. Just barely. I know technically there's like one place where you can observe 3 days at once. Give me 1 second. I'm fine. I'm fine. A little bit frustrated. Yo, Lars Bradinger, how's it going? I was like stuck at work a little bit, trying to do something, and I was getting a bit bad, I have to say, by the end of it. Just a smidgen. Vagar, the leak... No, like Vegas, without the S. Las Vegas, without the S. Oh, yeah. This was a horrible story. Do I have Roblox? No. I've never started Roblox in my entire life. The only thing I know about Roblox is that there's a kid that recently met up a friend he met on Roblox and has been missing since. Quite tragic. Roblox has been warned a couple of times already that, hey, there are predators online. Yeah. About the ISP. I had no internet for like 2 weeks. The only reason I have internet now is because a neighbor of mine also got fiber internet. And then the guy was like, from the same company, was like, hey, you also need fiber internet? You said? We have you in our database. Yo, Noah, how's it going? This is Neo. The third one is about to come out. And this is the first one. And then he did it, but he put the thing to hook up the ISP router into like this weird box. So I had like this whole stressful thing of trying to fit this box. At the end, I've had to rip almost everything out of there. Right? Rip everything out of there so that the router fits. Now, it was a stressful thing. Now I have fiber internet and it's fucking great, mind you. I was a bit at the cusp of how much I could do streaming-wise with my upload speeds. But now I'm all good. Founders editions. Yeah, the thing with the Vega is the Founder Edition versions, they have like this puny little cooler. The one I'm looking at is like a... Shit. Is a Nitro version, which has like 3 coolers. And that's almost needed, because the Vega are good. Underappreciated, maybe even. And it's AMD, so the drivers are maybe a bit better for, you know, longevity. Since the 10 series has been retired now. Fuck. But they run extremely hot and need a lot of power. That's a bit of a downside with them. So you don't want the Founders Edition with like the small little... Right? That was like very weird with that era in general. Where they had these really beefy cards and then they slapped on like a tiny little, you know, fan. We're like, oh yeah, that's enough to cool this card. Oh, fuck. You know, these normal enemies are not that hard, if you would pay attention, of course. But I got poisoned by this dude. Almost again. But yeah, I think that could be an interesting stream. Have I gotten Fortnite? No. Fortnite does not run well on my OS. Because the CEO of Epic Games actually hates Linux quite a bit. I've played Fortnite like once or twice on the PS4 with my brother. Oh, Fortnite. Yeah, Fortnite, I've never even heard of that one. The only 4 I know is fornicating. And we're not gonna do that on stream. I mean, if you're a girl, you get like a 3-day ban and that's it. But I'm sadly a dude. Very sadly. Oh, yo, dog. But even normal, like even the other one, Fortnite. I played it like 3 times. So I was like, yeah, I get it. I feel like I see the hype, but I just don't like the genre. You know. I'm more like the Quake type of guy. Rapid action multiplayer deathmatch. Fuck. That's more like me. Let me just... Oh, fuck off. Fuck off, really. Who was like, oh yeah, let's just throw like a million cannons around. That's not what I want to do. Oh, these dudes. I'm actually kind of in a pickle here. Oh, I hate this so much. Can we stop? What is this? Stupid section. Okay. Thanks for the follow. For the subscription. I mean. I still don't get why the platforms name it differently. Rocket League. I mean, it would be quicker to tell you what I don't have than to say to ask what I do have. I'm not too much into multiplayer games. I think that should help quickly with determining what games I do have and which ones I don't. I think the last multiplayer game I played was Xonotic. That was halfway... Call of Duty 3 was the last one I played. That one's newer. Oh, don't worry about asking. I don't mind that. But it's just... You know... I'm not the kind of guy who plays the most normal games, I would say. I'm actually quirky. Like a Redditor. Now, let me see. Is there a guy I can snipe or something? I don't think so. There's not like... Oh, actually, this guy I can get. Ah, of course. That's actually a really cool mechanic of Neo, by the way. Is the ranged weapons. Okay, this dude is gone. And I think there was like another dude somewhere. Yeah, there. He just didn't load in. Or did he? Yeah, see? The draw distance was just not enough. Of course, I don't have that many arrows with me. Easy mistake to make. There we go. Oh, of course he gets me at the end. Of course. Let's do like this. Yo, buddy. Do you want to appear? There we go. Finally. It might seem easy, by the way, what I'm doing, but it took me quite a while to figure out that you can just chain attacks like that, and make a lot, especially human enemies, kind of, you know, just pin cushions, punching bags. They do, you know, they can take a lot, especially like these strong enemies here, but most human enemies in this game, except some of the bosses, are very, very easy. Some of the bosses can like activate super modes where they can no longer be stunned. It's basically like a Milena from Elden Ring. Oh, there's a ladder. Well, look at that. It's a ninja. Are you called Naruto by any chance? From the Hokage clan? I don't think so. Oh, look at that, cannons. It's like quite fascinating when you like look into Japanese weapons, because some of them look very strange. They were more about decorative ideas than, you know, being comfortable. This dude, very clearly a boss enemy. Not boss, but like one of these tougher ones. Let me actually, since I don't have any arrows anymore anyways, give this a go. Yo, big guy. Ah, hello there. Fuck. What? Why did this dude one-shot me? Okay. That's not nice. That's not nice at all. Now, I might have respawned here. And for some reason my frame rate is a bit ass here. Shit. Don't kill me, please. Just leave me alone, Purisu. Yeah, don't you dare. You know, imagine you walk around barefoot on like a battlefield. Like, you know, back then you would step like on an arrowhead, on a discarded sword or something, maybe on a bones from sticking out of somebody's, you know, abdomen, and you would get an infection, you would die. And today, when you walk around barefoot on like the beaches, you step on a needle and you get AIDS. It's pretty comparable, if you ask me. The situation back then and now. I just drank a sip of the tastiest fluid I own in my house right now. Pepsi Cherry Max, not sponsored. But oh so delicious. But you know, don't walk around barefoot. The world is a vicious place. Check my posture. Don't worry, I've assumed my gaming posture. My neck is extended towards the screen at a 90-degree angle. Yo, buddy. You want some magic pumped into you? Yo, Dachi was so Dachi. Yo, Lyot. How's it going? Yeah, no, you're not gonna use magic on me, Mr. Harry Potter. Man, that's like something I've seen a lot recently, where like people are like very into Harry Potter still, which always confuses me. It's like, you know, it was alright. But I'm like very confused. Like if you're like, you know, if you're like 30 and you're still make Harry Potter your identity, something is wrong, in my opinion. Just had like a conversation with somebody recently. I was like, okay. You might need a bit more expanding. You need to expand your horizon a little. Let's see, I could go straight, I could go up, and I could go into the mines. Oh, hello, little Kodama. I actually should collect these more often right now. Like, Neo is a very weird system when it comes to healing. You can see, like, the item I have on my up area there. Basically, these are dropped by enemies. So in that regard, you can just farm them and have as many as you want. But if you run out, you get a base amount given to you based on how many Kodamas you collect. But they only count for the area you're in, right? Oh, hello there. So since I'm like in a new area, I only get the minimum amount, which is really not nice. Yeah, buddy. Maybe don't scream around. And you wouldn't die so fast. Okay, oh man, where's the path so split here right now? 50 million places to go, and only one of them is right. Now I should... As I said, I should actually just check, you know, different places. Oh, hello there. Okay. Not sure why he just jumped besides me. Okay, there's gonna be a yokai here. Ah, one of these. I think I said it last time, on Tuesday. These are my least favorite enemies in the entire DLC. In part because they're so annoying to dodge. Fuck me, dude. Yay, all the way back here. But I do have a shortcut thanks to the ladder over there. But yeah, the thing is with Neo, actually, a fun little thing. The missions are extremely short, actually, like size-wise. You could run through them in like 2-3 minutes. There was like a boulder up there. I don't know if that one will appear again. Aha. Okay. I feel like they definitely cranked up the damage that enemies deal. Because that is absurd. Or was absurd. Oh yeah, I did mention, by the way, Neo 3 came out. Or is about to come out. I will not play it on stream. Or anytime soon, since I haven't even played the second one. Oh, come on. Okay, the boulder was still there. Together with the Oni. Which has a surprisingly large reach. Okay. I see how it is. Okay, before I take on the Oni, I need to quickly change my equipment a little. Do I need... I don't need this one. So that becomes a Thunderstorm. And the Galnut can become Fire Talisman. Which I will use first down here, actually. Ah, no, actually not. Because I don't need to fight this guy with these tactics. Because I don't even know if you can fight them with these tactics too well. Was closer than I expected it to be. And I got an elixir. Basically, these elixirs are... You know, what I need to heal myself. Oh, nice little bath. It always so is... It's really funny to me how the armor just kind of pops on and off. That's like a very good design. I think there's a dude right here somewhere. Where the fuck am I? You know, in real life, this is the kind of place where you just break down this thing here and on you go. But I guess not here. Yeah, dude. No chance. But yeah, apparently, like, the thing is, Neo 1 is... Some people hate it, some people like it. And apparently Neo 2 is just overall better. So I'm looking forward to it more, actually, than you would think. Especially the DLC here in Neo 1 is, as I said this before, it's kind of absurd how intrinsically difficult it is. Like, you know, when people say Dark Souls is difficult, whew, tell them to play Neo. Oh, it's a kappa. You know, kappas are like very interesting, like creature-wise. Because like there's this thing where you have like an orb, like your soul. I don't know if this is like a Japanese mythology in general, or if this is like just related to kappas. But in Japan, you have like your soul is like an orb, and that orb is inside of your anus. So kappas have like this part of their mythology where they will, you know, fist you and pull out the orb from you to steal your soul. So the kappas actually have an attack here in this game where they will, you know, try to take your, they will fist you, basically. Oh, hello there. Yeah, man, if the armor would be clanking the entire time, that would be something else. Oh, come on. Oh, don't do that. Stop blocking, dude. Only I am allowed to block. Because I am the block master. Okay, his key is almost depleted. Come on. Ah. He wheels himself out of it. What a fun little guy. Ah. I don't even know why I regenerate when I have low health. But I picked that somewhere up, by the way. Hey, could you imagine if the armor constantly makes sounds? Lord Yukimura, okay. Like... I can't make armor sounds, but you know what I mean. It is in Dark Souls like that, though. It's not as annoying because it's not too loud. But still. Is this just like a little detour? It is. And I think this is not a mimic. Yes. The game has become quite gracious, actually. At the beginning, it did not give me almost... Like, it barely gave me any green weapons, and now it starts to... Ever since, like, the second half of the second DLC, it's actually kind of nice to me, suddenly. Which is concerning, mind you. That is very concerning. Maybe I'm just paranoid, but... When somebody's nice to you, you need to be cautious. Let me just put it like that. So how to best approach this? I think I'm gonna do it like this. Yo, big guy. Can I... Oops. Oh. Fuck! That's not what I want to do. The yokai style enemies, these here, and other ones, they have this thing called confusion. And the game does not explain to you how to get confusion. You could say it's quite confusing to new players, me included. I did not know about this mechanic until I beat the base game, mind you. Oh, hello there. Basically, when a yokai, when you afflict one elemental damage to them, and you then manage to inflict a second one, they get confused, and then they can be stun-locked into oblivion. Just like this guy is about to deliver me to oblivion. Fuck me. Stop laughing at me. There's a, by the way, it's not a useful item, but I'm gonna show this. There's a very funny item you can have. You can use, I mean. It's here somewhere. Where is it? This one. I never found a good use for it, but I think it's one of the funniest items I've seen in this game. In any game, really. Imagine you had to have something like that in Dark Souls. You just, you know, spit some fire. And I don't mean in terms of rapping. Because I don't think Dark Souls characters are listening to rap. They strike me more as the opera enjoyers. Oh. Fuck. I don't like this section in particular, where you just have like 3 guys here that all are annoying. I think I'm just gonna try to run through a little bit. The thing that annoys me the most, in quotations, is that having to run back there. So if I could get a shrine that's closer, I would very much appreciate that. Actually, I just need this really quick. Don't follow me, please. I did nothing to you. Oh, hello there. I want to tell you the same thing, actually. Your death sickle, okay. That's also not a... Oh, he ignores me. Good. Can I get rid of this guy from here? I can. Oh, there's a Kodama there. Imagine somebody like shoots you with a gun and your head pops off. Which happened to the other guy if you didn't see it. You almost got me. The netherworld calls to me, and I must add. There's this thing here called the netherworld. If I remember correctly, it's just like an endless mode where you fight like bosses and enemy and like waves of enemy or something, and it has like 999 floors. It's kind of wild actually. That is a thing. It's very wild. Oh, this dude. Let's slow you down a little, make you weaker. Yeah, there's still that Oni over there. I don't want him to, you know, become aware of me. What do you mean? Why can you just... Ah. I was like thinking there for a second, what was he doing? But he was laying a bomb. But now he's in a bit of a pickle. Well, goodbye, my friend. Rest in peace. That's what you get for laughing at me. I loved you into a corner. Come on, dude. Damn, boy. That's a sign for confusion, but he was already dead. It's a bit more useful when the enemies are stronger, or, you know, when you fight a boss. Usually. I don't think there's a use in me activating the cannons. At least I don't think so. That's just for me playing around, I guess. Oh, there's a Kodama back there. How the fuck do I get to that one? I can't just... No. What? Twitch Turbo. Because of the ads, you mean, or why? Yeah. There's nothing I personally hate more than ads. And here's the thing, when I was younger, I feel like ads were better. I just recently watched like a bunch of old ads from when I was a child, and they were just way less annoying. They really were. I'm actually... I don't know why. Like, why is the tactic of any advertiser these days to, you know, make it as annoying as possible? How the fuck do you get to this Kodama? It's just kind of sad, if you ask me. I do have some bombs somewhere. I thought I had some other bombs. Yeah, these ones. A YouTube Premium and Twitch Turbo. I used to have YouTube Premium, but yeah, ever since I bought it, I guess I had YouTube Premium from Turkey. That's like 30 cents or so that I paid, which I would say I would go up to $5. That's like my limit for just ad-free experience. I feel like that's a fair price. But since having it, they increased the price like 4 times. And they cut off the ability to use Turkey. So now I would have to get the one from my country. And let me just check real quick. YouTube Premium here costs me, of course, the site is really slow suddenly. YouTube Premium would cost me 18 Swiss francs. That would be just, you know, 23.5 US dollars. Xbox Game Pass. Yeah, the thing is, like, PS Plus, I never liked the idea of PS Plus coming from PC. Because I never had to play for, you know, online. Ever. Oh, I think I see. I think I get it. I see up there. There's a cannon. I was like, that's probably gonna be it. If I use the cannon, it's gonna burn down the tower. Yeah, PS Plus, like online play. I just don't care. Like, I don't play online games too often, anyways. But even back then, I was like, when I want to play online, I just have a PC. I can play for free. And the other thing is the free games they give you. Like, with Game Pass, you just have I already have choice paralysis, and I bought all the games I have. If you would suddenly give me just access to hundreds of games for free, quote-unquote for free, for a very cheap price, out of nowhere, you know, I'm not going to play a single game anymore. I'm just going to play the same old 2 or 3 games I play anyways, like Dark Souls. Oh, come on. Me hitting him again removed his stun. Which was not very nice. And the free games they give you with like PS Plus and, you know, Epic Games and whatever. I just realized after a while, and also Xbox Gold as well, while they still had that, I would get them, I would have them in my account, but I would never play them. I just don't have the same appreciation for free games than I have for paid games. In the sense that if it's a premium game that I got for free. I think I found your channel a while back ago when you were playing Warframe. I haven't played Warframe since 2015-ish. So I highly doubt that. The only thing I ever like looked into against in Warframe is when they do their Pride announcement on Steam, because I think that's very hilarious. Because in 2024 it got like alright reception, and in 2025 it almost got none. And they had to remove all the comments and lock the thread. I thought that was a bit hilarious. Because the writing was on the wall. No company was doing the Pride stuff anymore. That year. Only them, really. I could have sworn you were playing Warframe last year. I mean, I have actually... Give me 1 second. Hope people don't mind. I put it into my archive. In 2025, I played Sekiro, The Vagrant, Sorge, Manifold Garden, AI Limit, God of War, Chains of Olympus, Motor Knight, Dark Souls about 10-20 times, Tower Wizard, Drakengard, Deus Ex Invisible War, Bioshock Infinite, Quake 2, Lord of the Rings The Third Age, Hollow Knight Silksong, Quake 2 The Reckoning, Elden Ring, Kingsfield 2, and Momodora Moonlit Farewell. Did any one of these ring a bell? I could maybe like go through all the videos that I have. Like, I have all the videos still. But, you know, that would take me a million hours. Okay. I think I remember you on YouTube, maybe. But even then, it's hard to say. This could be a boss, by the way. Which... Oh, no. It's not a boss. Now let's see, does this do the thing I thought it would? Yes, okay. See? Perfect. Perfect, perfect. I was right about that. Ah, hello there. I'll get to you in a second, buddy. I need to rescue a little friend. I want to be ninja. That's such a funny video. It's like this white woman. I think she was some politician or something. And she was like at this event, singing a song in like a very stereotypical Chinese accent. And you can like clearly see the Asian people around her. Look at her like really in disgust. Like, oh, what is this lady doing? I have no idea. Console versus PC optimization. Yo, Mosabella, how's it going? I mean, the thing is, I stream about 30% of the time Dark Souls. So that would be my first guess. Or maybe I played something in 2024 that was similar to Warframe. Let's see. I don't think so. How's it going, by the way, Mosbella? I forgot to ask. I use Linux, yeah. Since 2017, roughly. And actually, I'm really kind of hyped. Because you see a lot of people making the switch. Especially on like YouTube, you see a lot of people going like, oh yeah, by the way. Even like bigger ones like Dankpots, who like switch to Linux almost full time. Which is very nice to see. Because as sad as it sounds, most people, they kind of want to follow their e-daddies. So that's how you will get a lot of market share in that area. Whoa. Yeah, that could be. It could be that we talked about distros or something. Speaking of, there's currently one distro a lot of people talk about called CashOS. But I've had nothing but problems so far with it. I'm actually kind of confused why it's so popular. Which always shows the old guard might not exactly, quote-unquote, old guard. Dude. I might not have the same understanding as the young guard. The true samurai puts loyalty before his life. I mean, I would mod everybody and only take it away if you do something stupid. Don't worry about that. You know, as long as you don't behave like a one of these Reddit bots that suddenly goes and power trips like a lunatic, I don't see any need to take away any rights. Oh, you had your birthday this week. Happy birthday. Hope you had an awesome cake. Oh, not a Kodama. Hello there. Oh, wee wee. I think this is just the same guys as in the previous mission. Slow down, please. Become weaker. Take more damage. A takeover. Oh. I mean, as long as you can't hijack my signal, I don't think that's possible. But you know, you're free to give it a try. There. I felt my cable slipping weirdly. Quickly take it away. I'm still somewhat surprised, personally, that the way streaming works is with a stream key. I feel like this is, from a developer standpoint, very strange. It's simple, but I feel like you could just make send the login data itself, do like a little handshake, as it's called. I mean, this game is great. With some exception, the DLC are extremely hard in comparison to the base game. But Code Vein, it's the game I actually plan to play this week. The entire week. Every day. It's so badly optimized. It's actually insane. I get like... while playing it, once I like got outside, I got like 15 to 30 FPS with an average of like 20. And I found like a tweak file somebody made where I got about 20 to 60 FPS with an average of like 40. And you can see my specs in the description down below. So even with the Linux debuff, it shouldn't be that bad. Especially when I put everything to low in like 720p. Right? Well, that was hilarious. This dude, don't save yourself the entire time, please. Yeah, thought as much. Yeah, the thing is, I already saw some problems with it just from playing. The first Code Vein was like a Souls-like in the traditional sense. They even copied Honor Londo and way overdid it, by the way. Just Google, just like look up Code Vein Honor Londo, and you see what I mean. But this is like they try to... The first time they tried to just copy Dark Souls, and now with the second game they try to copy Elden Ring. With like the open world and whatnot. Which, it's just... It's Unity Engine 5, it's them copying stuff. One of the worst aspects of Elden Ring, in my opinion. Right. Like, you know, copy the combat system or whatnot. Copy the fact that you have a horse and you can ride around it. Don't just copy the open world. Like, imagine somebody copies, like, GTA and doesn't give you, like, vehicles to ride in. What kind of stupid decision would that be? Oh. Oh, fuck no. I didn't mean to do that. Now I need to kind of go and hopefully use it somewhere, please. Is there an enemy? Oh, of course there's no enemy in nowhere. There's one. Yeah, that was a total waste of that. Shit. Yeah. And the problem is I didn't buy it through Steam. I bought it through like a official reseller. So refund is might not even be happening. I sent them an email. I was like, hey, your product is actually defective. By like most laws of, at least in European countries, you would be scrutinized. Like, if it takes to set up like a video call and then show them on call, like, hey, here's me removing the game from my account, I would still do it. Because at the current point, it's just, it's a waste. It's really sad when you see what the state of modern game development is. And 50% of the fault lies with Unity Engine, I would say. With Unreal Engine. Like, I missed the Cry engine, for fuck's sake. That was a beast. What are you doing, buddy? There we go. I bought specifically... Oh, there's the OBS logo. Yeah. I specifically bought like the deluxe version. So I could get early access. So I could stream it. You know, during prime time, so to speak. But because I bought it on a reseller, it was like $20 cheaper. So I paid like $60 for it. Which, you know, is still kind of decent. When you think about the fact that, let me actually tell you. Swiss prices, man, tell you. The deluxe version costs 90 Swiss francs. Now, if you don't know what 90 Swiss francs means, that's just, you know, a cheeky $117. Right? Yeah, because it was like the deluxe version. But you get I think the DLC that they announced, which for the first game they also said they make a DLC, but it was like 3 very bad, like short extra missions, which wasn't really good. Not worth the money. And you got 3 days early access. That's like the reason I mostly wanted it. But yeah, people have been complaining for a while now. Hey, if this continues, we will have $100 video games. And I have to say, you know, the $100 video games have arrived here in Switzerland years ago. It's not too uncommon to find games that are like 90 Swiss francs. Even in like towards the end of the PS4 era. And converted to dollar, as you just saw, that's... And the dollar has crashed a little bit currently. So it could be a little bit less, but still. All in all. You know, regional pricing is nice when you live like in Brazil or in Argentina or wherever where the money isn't that strong. But regional pricing is really ass when you live in a country with a strong currency, like me. Because it just fucks you over tremendously. Or like Japan is actually the worst. I think Japan has the worst one. Japanese games are, period, like twice as expensive than US prices. Which, when I first heard, when I read that for the first time, I was actually shocked. I was like looking at the track and was like, okay, this game costs $60 and it costs like 1,300 yen in Japan. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? That's like 120 bucks. That's wild. Yeah. I mean, the thing with Hollow Knight Silksong was everybody, quote unquote, every person that was producing slop probably was like, oh yeah, if they can't sell it for $20, how will I sell my game? I can't sell my game for $20. So, you know. That was such a shit show as well. It was frankly embarrassing when people were like, oh yeah, don't release it now. Release it later because I want to release my game now. As I said, human enemies in this game are not exactly hard. Most of them, at least. Free DLC soon. Yeah, you're right. That was a thing. I mean... You know it. What's gonna happen. We're gonna play this bitch. Like a fiddle. When it comes out. That's like also the thing, like, man. DLCs. I'm like glad DLCs to some degree have like vanished. Because most DLCs today are just, you know. They are basically included with the deluxe edition, which is usually the edition you have to buy anyways. To get the game. But Japanese games, I bought 2 Humble Bundles today. Because there was some games I want to play anyways. And some Japanese games, they have like hundreds of dollars of DLC. And train games. I think the game with the most expensive DLCs is like one of these train simulators. They have like every train and every... Like in the world, and every train costs like $15 or something like that. To get it is like $2,000 or something. Absolutely wild. Let's go with a little bit of stamina. Let me actually see. Do I have a Dragon God Sacred Treasure piece? I do. But not in green. Do I get some... Nullify additional weak PC. Weak points. Damage. Projectile. And received fired... I need 4 pieces. At the very least, I think. Close combat. Like, the thing is, 5 pieces give me like 1,400 life more. That's actually kind of wild. You think that right now I have... Where's my life? I have 1800, so I get 50% more life just with having 5 pieces. Just quickly. Dragon God Sacred. Not green either. Let me try it. Fuck you. It would change my equipment way too much though. Shit. Let me actually try it. Too heavy, man. Oh yeah, The Sims is wild. It's actually, like, the things. Why don't they just make Sims 5 already? And make it good? Because there was like this other game that came out that was basically Korean Sims, right? That everybody was like, oh yeah, this is the bomb. I don't know what kind of enemy awaits me. So for the time being, I'm just gonna do fire shot, I guess. Fuck. No, actually, I want a thunderstorm shot. Let's just do it again. Honestly, one of the best games. Surprisingly best games, I would say. Sims 2 for the DS. Fuck. That is a surprisingly fun game. Maybe I should play that on stream at some point. Ah, you dickhead. Of course he has a gun. Oh, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay. Okay. Don't do that to me, please. Game? I'm actually mad at you. I mean, I guess the other guy could be stun locked a bit more fervently. Oh, heal. Of course. Yeah, I'm actually mad about this, mind you. Thinks this guy's almost dead. Things I'm also almost dead. Imagine you fight Artorias and all of a sudden, like, madness pops up. That's what this is like. And I don't have that many healing items. Okay, I now know, though. Actually. Do we have something beneficial here? Nope. Nope. Smoke balls, nope. This could be interesting. Igasile Kyakudama. Oh, actually, let me try this out. Maybe some Omnio magic. Can you believe there was a time I always mixed up this game and Sekiro? I mean, I can believe it. I think part of it is because everybody like refers to it as Japan Souls. And then Sekiro came out, which also was just Japan Souls to most people. So let's try that. And here, let's try... Where is it? That. Let's have some explosive shots there. And I'm gonna replace this one with Medusa power. Of course. Yeah, it doesn't do much. Don't necessarily say that. This game has a lot of depth, especially when you get into New Game Plus. Like, you can really min-max a lot of stuff here. But yeah, these eggs, they actually suck ass, I have to say. That was a bit of a waste. I think something like shurikens make more sense. Medicine pill, tiger running pill, shuriken. Yeah, the big problem is I could now go around and farm enemies until I get like a tons of... Especially the second one is apparently quite a lot better, by the way. So... Alright, that's something I could do. I forgot about all about that. Oh, this thing has life recover, that's why. Let's just do that. And then... Kodama Blessing. That's what I want. What was I trying to say? I forgot. I forgot. Oh, of course. Interesting. Oh yeah, the elixirs. I hate. That's the worst part in that game, in my opinion. The fact that you are kind of fucked from time to time. Like I am right now. Huh? Ah. I was a bit confused there what he was trying to do. I don't know if the other one is timed or if it's based on health. Yeah, I'm a bit in a pickle. Oh, fuck, I'm poisoned. Oh, fuck me. Well, not like that. It is a bit weird, but when you get into it, it's kind of nice because you can get into quite a flow. But I have to say, right now, with like double bossing, I feel like it's a bit. Yeah, that's a bit of a dumb idea that they had. Let me see if I can, like... any item I could use. What the fuck is that do? Okay. Interesting. Give me 1 second. I mean, I have the secret medicine here, but I don't have that much of it. That's the problem. If I could use it, but I feel like it would be a use, you know. Oh, that could be actually good. Let me try that. Where was it? There. Okay. Just... Yeah, okay. There was just a tornado inside of me. Not much I could do there. One thing I'm happy about, though, is my tracking. The little decision I made on Tuesday helped a lot. I have to say. That was a very good decision. It's not perfect. Oh, fuck, that was a waste. Yeah. Ah. Oh, fuck off. Stupid weird little thing creating tornadoes. Oh, I hate this thing. Basically, when my head is beyond a certain way, like tilt in one direction for, I think I said 9 seconds, it does that. It kind of corrects itself back to the center roughly. So my head no longer can go all the way to one side and just stick there. It will automatically kind of wrap itself back. You know what they say about Nobara users? What do they say about Nobara users? I was an MX user for the longest time, by the way. Never an Arch user. Welcome, by the way, Strawberry Kitten. How's it going? Of course, he starts off with fire. Good song, by the way. As long as he doesn't activate his Wind Spirit, I am pretty much in a good... Did the other dude just join in? He did. Fuck off. Already? Yeah, that makes sense. But only if they are glorious. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, that fire is absolutely useless. Oh, of course I miss. Of course I miss. Oh, of course I miss. But I have a confession to make. I have a confession to make. I don't use Glorious Echo's Proton versions, personally. I don't know why. They are actually good. Maybe that would have helped me a little bit of Code Vein, but I doubt it. Ready Jutsu, there's where I want to go. So yeah, this thing is ass. I might try the Life Seal Talisman. It's good for HDR, anti-sync and Wayland codecs too. Yeah. Like I don't even have an HDR monitor right now, and I'm not the biggest fan of Wayland. I use it, but I'm more of an X11 guy, Xorg. Especially the rewrite they started to do was quite good, until they kind of like just had a hissy fit over it for some reason. They're like, oh, it's open source, but no, you cannot rewrite it. Fuck. But yeah, I think that's good. That's a good idea. Using the life seal. When did I start with Linux? I started around 2017, roughly speaking. About when they stopped support for Windows 7. I tried Windows 10, and it had so many problems, that like smaller problems even. But it just accumulated to me being saying, you know, fuck it. This Steam Proton thing is starting to come out, and it's actually really good already, and it has been improving ever since. Let me just make the switch. And I haven't really looked back since. Ah, oh, fuck off with your stupid fucking tornadoes. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Fuck's sake. Ah, oh, what? Okay, okay. He just dies. When you kill him, he just dies. Okay. I was locked in. I was ready to pummel his ass. This is Sasuke, by the way. This is Sasuke from the Sasuke from Naruto is based upon. Just so you know. At least that's what I guess. I was ready to, you know. Oh, what? That's such a tease. Come on. Oh, at least make me fight him or something. Yeah, Proton is nice. Proton is nice. Maybe the year of the Linux desktop is finally coming after all. Thanks to the Steam machine, the Gabe box. Or the Gabe Cube. This is the second time I defeated this guy. Oh, she's evil. She has glowing eyes. Oh, hell yeah, what the fuck is this thing? Yeah, I'm really surprised that you didn't have to fight him. There was like one boss in the game where you had to destroy like 4 crystals and you would just automatically die. I also thought that was a bit bullshit. But other than that, I mean, holy shit, man. Why are you deleting your messages? Or is that a weird YouTube thing? Oh, there he is again, Sasuke. Okay. I mean, now I should have a lot of stuff to, you know. I get like a weird mask. And a Twilight mission. I could do this here. The Abyss. You just have like 999 levels, by the way, in this. And let me check out. I might start a mission, but I might not complete it. If you get my drift. Raid on Hirano River. Let me just. Ah, come on. Blacksmith. Irashai. Hello there. Forge. Here's the thing. This entire smithing section here is mostly useless until you enter New Game Plus. One of the weirdest things I've ever seen in a game. You can use it, but it's mostly useless. The only good thing you can do is use New Game Plus gear, the green one here, and upgrade it to plus stages. So let's see, as an example, this one is +6, so I need to create a few +6 weapons. Thankfully, I have a bunch of it. Let's take the +4 weapon and another +4 weapon to create a +5 weapon. Then take a +5 and create... Take another +5 to create a +6. And now, when I take my +6 and I add this +6, I get a +7 weapon and it's stronger. Very cool. Very cool. I think I scared Strawberry. Sorry about that. But the thing is, it's also extremely expensive. By the way. You see how much gold I have? And just upgrading, it takes so much money. It's disgusting. +4 weapon, please. See? That's like the worst part about it. You actually need to farm a lot of money and a lot of resources the entire time. Yeah. I know it doesn't help, but trust me. Trust and believe. There's like something here. You know, most people, as I said, will... Like, people who actually play this game more than me will recommend you to just straight up go to the second game. Because that one is better, apparently. I already have it. It didn't even cost that much. I mean, this one actually goes like on a 90% discount every couple of months. Which is kind of wild if you think about it. Just trust me, bro. Yeah, I'm Linus Tech Tips. Just trust me, our backpacks are great. And you don't need a warranty. Do you have any shit here that's like Summoner's Candle? Especially some Scarring Spears and Amarita from Graves. I don't need that really. Let me soul match a little bit more. +4. +4. +4. +4. +5. +5. I just need to be careful, you know, not to accidentally use this one. Like, I would be devastated. I'm already out of money again. Great. Yeah, see what I mean? It is pretty bad in that regard. I mean, I can sell these here. But nothing else, really. Like, I need 80k just for one. That's like the worst part. Sell. Jewel of Life. To deodorize bad smells, well. No, thank you. Welcome, Chabri. I will not play Elden Ring and fight Millennia. I did that, and I had not a good time. By the end of it, I gave up and used the slime to bean her into oblivion. How's it going, by the way? The next time I play Elden Ring, I will play the DLC. People already told me that it's even worse, but I don't fully believe them. I don't know why. Matadozo. I just believe that there's not 100% truth to that. I only get 70k gold for that. For the side missions and for the main missions as well. It's like, oh, it's puny. Resentment Unleashed, and that's a full mission. 7 out of 10 Kodama. Let me just see what this is. Maybe it's just like a duel. And I can beam the guy into his place. A lot of the DLC has like double fights. If you enjoy raging, you'll enjoy it. I mean, honestly, as long as they don't have like weird undodgeable attacks like Millennia, and they actively cheat like Millennia, then I'm honestly not as worried. Honestly, this game, when I've played the first DLC, that made me rage beyond any other game I ever played before. I think this game has to be the game that made me the maddest in the last, like, decade or so. I thought it was Millennia, but it actually was this game, the DLC. The very first DLC boss. It's unbelievable. Ah, come on. A headshot should kill you, my friend. Huh? Okay. I thought I could stun him, but guess not. But yeah. I mean, also, one of the Souls games I want to play this year kinda has been a dump. A bust. So that's a bit, well, annoying. The only other one is... what's it called? Lies of P. That gets a turn this year. I've heard some good stuff about that one as well. Hey, buddy. This time you won't just kill me. Welcome back. Did you get some water? A bottle of water? As the British tend to say. And maybe some butter. A whole stick of it. Man, here's the thing. This might sound very stupid. Or like not really stupid, but like, you know, how did you never think of that? I was like eating during Christmas. I was eating at my grandparents' place. And my grandpa, he did this thing where he took like a small, like a jar, and he put the butter in there instead of keeping it in like the paper and whatnot. And I've started doing that. It's actually genius. It's so much better to have like a little butter jar than always, you know, trying to unwrap it. And then you cut through the paper and you feel like a piece of paper in the butter, and it's just ass. Put your butter in a jar, it's actually great. And the thing is, it also lasts. Shit, I didn't pay attention. It also lasts a lot longer, by the way. Usually my butter always turned yellow after a while. On the outside, at least. And now I don't have a stick of butter, but a glass of butter. Damn, boy, I have 6 elixirs. I mean, I'm almost as rich as people that have 64 gigs of RAM. What are you doing? Man, I have to fight these guys every time I die. Don't do that. A jar of butter. It's such a beautiful, you know, dialect or accent. The whole British thing. I'm always surprised, especially when you hear like some of the harsher ones. It's always very beautiful. Oh, come the fuck on. There we go. How did you guys not hear that? There we go. Okay. I might also need to get something to drink, but I already drank like 2 cans of cherry Coke today. Cherry Pepsi, actually. So I don't want to run out by tomorrow. I really don't. Fun to listen to, you say? I mean, currently the funniest things about the British is actually their government. When you hear about people getting arrested for like 10-year-old Facebook posts. It's actually kind of hilarious. Tried? Did you never have Dr. Pepper before? I love Dr. Pepper, but they don't sell it here. Which is very sad. There was one store that sold it and they stopped selling it. You know, it's not the best for you soda, but sometimes it's just nice. You have like an ice cold drink to like keep you up at night. Never, okay. Did you enjoy it? and taste the, what was it, 23 flavors it contains. Because I love it. Like, when I want a Dr. Pepper, I always have to specially order them. Which is honestly such a hassle. I can see how you'd think that, yeah. I really like the taste, though. I think it's probably one of the best sodas out there. But maybe that might just be a little bit of bias because I don't have it so often. But speaking of what I want to say about cold drink, honestly, the thing I enjoy the most, regardless of soda, is when you... There's this trick. When you put a bottle of water or a bottle of liquid into the freezer, and it's in a closed container. It wants to freeze, but it cannot freeze. Unless it gets significantly colder than the freezing point. Then it jump starts. But what happens is if you take them out at the right time, and you like bump them or something, you give them enough energy for them to freeze, right? That's like enough extra energy to make them, since they're below freezing point, it's enough to make them freeze, right? And I love putting my drink just barely before that point, like putting my drink in the freezer, and just barely before that point, taking it out and start drinking it. Like basically when I, and it tastes so good. I love the taste of just a drink that's this cold that it hurts your mouth. It's the best taste in my opinion. Like if you're in pain when drinking soda, from its coldness, mind you, not from like cavities, that's when you do things right. Oh, it's this bozo again. It's actually a weaker version, I think, of this guy. Weaker as in still plenty strong. Oh! What the fuck? Okay. But it is pretty annoying when it happens when you want to drink your drink. I've had it happen plenty of times. I open like the can, and opening the can is enough for the entire drink to freeze. But of course, even more annoying is when I put something in the freezer and I forget about it. Happened to me recently. Had to clean my entire freezer. Not very nice, I tell you. Yeah. My thing is somewhere here. Again? Hello? Don't do that? Yeah, buddy. Easy. No other was ever close to that. I mean, I give you might make you a bit jealous, but here in Switzerland, the drinking water is already pretty good most of the time, like out of the tap. Especially like when you're like outside, and pretty much every like fountain that's around you can actually drink from. It's rarer to see like a little thing saying this is not drinking water than it's just drinking water. But the best water I had is my grandparents had like a little apartment in the mountains, and the water that came out of the tap there was fantastic. Because it was just basically glacier water. Straight from the mountain source. So I'm gonna sell anything that's blue and below anyways. Yeah, barely made any money from that. I could soul forge maybe twice as soul match. Best water I ever had, man. And I'm glad I don't live in like a country where they don't have good drinking water. It's actually sad, you know. Do you have... I don't. I need to make another +3. And that will drain me of my funds, probably. Oh, not even. Okay, +4, and this +4 gives me +5. And I'm... I'm poor again. No. Oh, fuck off. I really need not that much more to get to a +8. This annoys me. Which would get me to 1300 easily. Yeah, maybe I'll do a little bit of grinding or something until I play it next time. I think I might finish this game on stream, if I'm gonna be honest. Because, you know, why not? I've connected my mouse now. That's true. It's cheap. I mean, basically free. And that's really it. That's the best part about it. I have like a soda stream, which for me is pretty great. But I need new bottles because the ones I have currently are a bit cooked. So when I want to have normal water, I drink just from the tap, and when I want to have sparkling water, I can make it myself. One of the two things that I like very glad I bought into, that and air fryers. But I do think I'm gonna, you know, wrap it up here, since tomorrow is Dark Souls, and it's getting close to like 1 AM, 12:30 right now. Dislike sparkling water. Are you mental? Sparkling water is one of the greatest inventions in human history. There exists somewhat natural sparkling water, but, you know, it's not as sparkling as other ones. But no, sparkling water is great. I love sparkling water. I was like the guy, I bought 6 packs of San Pellegrino. Constantly. It was a bit expensive, I have to say. At like $1.20 or so a bottle. So about $1.5. These times I'm like, buy it more rarely. But yeah, I think that's it. As I said, I think that's it for today. Tomorrow, Dark Souls with the Chaos Blade should be quite a simple one. No fire resistance, no split damage, if I remember correctly. Just a nice blade that deals damage to the enemy and to moi. Anyways, with that, I want to say, you know what's coming now. Thanks for watching. I will see you hopefully tomorrow. For those that haven't, don't forget to follow and subscribe. And if you have the time and money and the resources, go and buy some sparkling water and chug it like a motherfucker. And I see you tomorrow. Goodbye and